So here we are back to back. I bought a hypercar with a £2 million budget from Harrods. Apparently that's really significant over there in the UK, but it don't mean nothing to me. Regardless, it's interesting. So let's get into this.
Hey, I'm gonna buy a hypercar from the most luxurious department store in the world, Harrods. Today is a dream come true as we have travelled the whole of the UK to find the perfect hypercar within our £2 million budget. And I have made a decision. Before I show you what hypercar I have chose,
he's in the P1, I think.
I currently own a car collection worth over £7 million, made up of all sorts of cars. From classic BMW M3s to all sorts of weird cars like this, right up to the latest Lamborghini supercars. But the one thing I haven't got is a hypercar. I love all cars, and a lot of my recent collectibles and special edition supercars have been a joy to drive, but also a great investment. But in the recent current cost of living crisis, these prices have tumbled.
I think this car has a value of 200,000.
Oh, get out. This is a problem, as I have a lot of money locked up in these beautiful cars, and unfortunately, day by day, they're losing more and more money. So here is my plan. There are two supercars in my collection which are depreciating faster than all the others. The Huracan STO and the Revelto. So unfortunately, both of these cars are going to have to be sold in order to pay for that ultimate hypercar. So let me explain my thinking. The supercar market is saturated. You do see them driving around the roads. They are very much mass produced. New models and variations come out every few months, so many of my cars are dropping in value. These two cars, I bought them new, and because the cars were early, they actually went up in value, but now the prices have started to plummet. Hypercars, on the other hand, are very rare. Extremely limited production to sometimes less than 100 pieces, and the price they are new these days, £3 to £4 million. So surely a £1 million hypercar is a safer place to put my money. But in order to fund that, I need to get 700,000 for the Revelto and the STO. And if I can't achieve that figure, then the hypercar simply isn't possible. I have a few friends to call who buy and sell these cars for a living. So hopefully we can get to that magical figure. Yeah, so those two cars, obviously you'd buy them.
Yeah, of course. I know the spec on both cars, and I've seen both cars. I would give... what would I give? I'd give 680 for the pair.
Do you kiss your mother with that mouth?
It's a good offer, mate. Good offer.
I class us as friends.
Well, you're right. I gave you a family price there.
You'd do that to your own mother.
It's a good price. Revoltos are tough, mate, as you know.
Carl is right. The price of Revelto is dropping dramatically, and this is one of the main reasons why I want to get out of it. But because the prices are falling so fast, it is very difficult to find a buyer, and unfortunately, it's the same problem for the STO. But because I'm selling at this low point, somebody out there is going to get a bargain.
Look, if you get the wrap off the Revolto, so I don't have to, I will give you 685 for the pair. 685. I'll be honest with you, I need 700. You got to the end of the day.
No way.
Ruthless.
This message will self-destruct in 3, 2, 1.
He actually hung up.
Right, we'll keep searching. We just need to find a little bit more. We only need a little bit more. If you imagine percentage-wise, it's not a massive amount, but £15,000 as a number is huge. When you say over £1 million for a hypercar, you think £15,000 isn't that much. But it's still £15,000. That's what you've got to remember. It's still a massive amount of money. Next on my Please Buy My Car list is my friend who is an expert in sourcing and selling to his high net worth Black Book clients. Now he is my best chance of getting the highest figure, as he has direct connections to the people who might be interested in these cars, but I'm not sure we have the time frame. Good morning.
Hi Mark, how you doing?
So I've got these two cars which I want to sell, the STO and the Revelto.
Yeah, obviously through what we can do, we can photograph the cars and offer them to our direct clients. Obviously we'll return you more money than what somebody would give you as a trade offer for the car.
Downside is I could really do with like sort of selling them and getting the money in with the next sort of couple of days.
Oh wow, okay. Obviously, to return you the best return on the cars, I would need a bit of time to get that for you.
Yeah.
And
No,
you know,
I get that.
with photographs, you need to approach the right customer and obviously sell them what the car is and explain, which takes time.
Yeah, I guess that was going to be the case. So I think I'm going to have to trade in, which is, it's one of them. I should have given myself more time, but I haven't. So we are where we are. And I don't want to lose the car. I've made my mind up on what car I want, and I don't want to lose it. It's proven very difficult to hit this 700 grand goal, and I won't be able to buy the hypercar I want. But I need to be mindful that I am selling to a business who need to make a profit margin to make their risk worthwhile. But there is one last person I can speak to who might be interested.
Mark McCann, how are you doing?
Hi Lewis, you okay? This is Lewis Reed from Better Performance in Cardiff. And last year I bought a Porsche 911 GT3 RS from him. He loves our videos, and last year he cut me an extra special deal. So hopefully he can dig a little bit.
I just realized he
deeper in
doesn't.
his
I watched that
pockets for
video.
these two
I don't think he
very
has it
special
anymore.
cars. I wanted to sell two cars, Revelto and STO. Would you be interested in giving me a price?
Yeah, 100% I'd be interested in giving you a price on them. Send over the specs to me and the mileage on each car so I can do some research. But what I would ideally like to do, Mark, is come up and have a look at the cars for the condition.
Lewis?
Hi Mark, lovely to see you again. This time the shoe's on the other foot. I'm hearing you're liking to sell me some cars this time.
But hopefully we can do a good deal on these, because like, I'm not desperate to sell. So better go start it. But I need
Supposedly.
to get this hypercar, so unfortunately these two got to go.
Okay, right.
So we need £700,000.
You know, I just realized it sucks he's selling the Revuelto. I feel like he just got that, and as a Lamborghini fan, I wouldn't sell it, but I guess he has to do what he's got to do.
In total. Let's start with the very latest car from Lamborghini, the absolutely magnificent Revelto, a hybrid, a very trendy on-point car. Now, when I first had this car, it was fetching massive overs. In fact, some of them were selling for over £700,000. Now, Car valued this car a few months ago, still at the cost price of £490,000. And hopefully it's not dropped since then.
Yeah, Revelto Mark, I'd love to buy this car. We've just got to be realistic on it.
I was hoping for about the sort of like 490-ish.
Okay. So I've watched this car from Spec It. I watched you spec it in Lamborghini. I watched the video of you collecting the car. I think realistically, and being very, very generous to you, I think Carl is right in saying the car is 490 to 495 retail. But as a dealership, as a business, I would like to have a margin in the car.
Of course.
So I'm really thinking 460,000 is a very good price to buy this Lamborghini and pay you today for you to go and buy your new car tomorrow. Yes, 460. And I really, really think 460 is the best.
Ugh.
It's a bit, yeah. It's a bit. Jeez.
Damn.
So in just 6 months, this car has lost £30,000. But that's because these cars were in short supply. But as more arrive in the country, the value, of course, will drop. So for Lewis, he has to build that in, as if he can't sell this car in the next few months, he might lose money.
I can't give you over that money, because if I give you any more, I'm just going to be open to a loss.
But hopefully the STO can make up that magical total.
For the two cars, Mark, I'd be willing to bid you 685,000. I
That's
think that is a
crazy.
very good deal. It's the maximum I'm willing to pay, and I'm happy to send the money to you now so you can go ahead and make your next purchase.
So again, we are £15,000 too low on the money we need. And £15,000 is a huge chunk of money. Even when you're talking hypercar prices, it's still 15 grand. So I am going full on, hard-faced, loud bullying tactics. Can we do just like a little bit, like, you know, so like, I hate this bit, I proper hate this bit.
I think we're walking away, aren't we?
Yes, we're walking away, it's not enough.
I think I've got you, and I think I feel like you do. I should go in low with this numpty. You got a chance to haggle. What have I got to do? I love this STO. You can see how I feel about it. I think this is going to be amazing for stock. I've already been told I've got to keep the MILF sticker on the back as well.
Like, I know you've got a massive risk, and I know you've got to make money, but if you can go 240, 700 for the pair, deal done, and we go hypercar shopping tomorrow.
Look after me going forward, Mark. Let's do the deal.
Amazing.
No way.
Thank you.
No problem at all.
Nah, he came up clutch.
Tomorrow, right, that is it then. So we are getting our very, very first hypercar. Bring on tomorrow. But of course, this is bittersweet. I am sad to see these two incredible cars leave my collection. But we are talking about a hypercar, the next level. In fact, the ultimate level of my true love of cars. I only had a sniff of what it was like, but I am hooked. But the question, which I'm sorry, I am teasing you, what car have I bought?
If he's going to Harry's, it's obvious. You got the
Welcome to
P1.
Harrods, the world's most famous store, located in one of the richest areas in London, the capital of my home nation, the UK. This is where the ultra rich and super famous do their luxury shopping. And today, Mark from Redditch is here. A store filled with the ultimate expensive shops which I don't shop in, but it's all changing now as Tom Hartley is located in the actual department store. Now, if you've seen the last video, you might be thinking you know what car I have come to buy, but don't jump too quick, as since then they have had a change of stock. So stay tuned to see what car we all get to experience together. There he is. Good afternoon. Big day.
Okay.
How you doing, James?
So he's throwing us in for a loop.
Senna, how are you?
Big day.
Big day, congratulations.
Thank you.
Are you excited, Jane?
I am, but I'm also nervous because I've no idea what it is, what it looks like.
Well, we're going to show you and hopefully get your seal of approval, although it's probably too late.
I was going to say, it's gonna be
Why is bro staring so hard on the
Although
camera?
it's probably too late.
I was gonna say, it's gonna be in trouble.
So today we are making history.
Yes.
Not only for me, but also for Harrods.
Is this your best ever sale?
It's
Yes.
possibly my most famous sale.
Yeah, do you think people will remember this?
I think people remember this for decades and decades.
That's giving me goosebumps, that's
And
amazing.
I think you, my friend, are going down in history, not only with Harrods, but with us, and you know, you'll never forget it. You couldn't have picked a better day either.
I know, sun's out.
I've a lot of faith in you, Carl.
Well, you know, I don't disappoint. Shall we go in?
Yes.
Let's go.
Now, making history doesn't come easy, as my hypercar doesn't fit in a bag which you can walk out with. The car is literally inside a posh shop, and to get it out is going to be a logistical nightmare. They're going to
Yeah, I
have to
figured.
literally remove the front doors. But before we cause chaos, I need to pay for this car. Now, when you have a big spend in Harrods, you get taken to an exclusive area on the top floor, basically where all the A-list celebrities go. And today, we've been invited to go there to finalise this deal. But even though we are buying this car from Carl, it's still important to do your background checks. So the car I'm going to buy, I made sure through Car Vertical it had not been crashed, hadn't been stolen, there was no outstanding finance, and it hadn't had its mileage rolled back. I was starting to realise just how special this Harrods shop really is. It's weird, and like when they greet people, there's like a separate room to like.
Look at that, Jane. This collection of
That is crazy.
would cost considerably more than all 3 cars that I have on our stand. So Pagani, Miura is all sitting there.
So that must be like what, 6 million?
Probably, yeah, and a bit more probably.
The cost of the products
That's
inside this shop
ridiculous.
is crazy.
Ooh, those rubies
But
look
whatever
fire.
level of car you're looking to
I'm in
buy
love with
from
rubies, bro.
£500 to 100 grand, it's important to do a car vertical check, because a bad report would look like this. You can see from the photos it's actually been on fire, but it could have been repaired and looking all shiny again. You would have found the real truth from this check, and you'd probably have chose to buy a different one.
Right, guys, so before we go any further, I'd like to introduce you to Sophia, who's head of client engagement.
Hi, it's so nice to meet you. Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, how are you doing?
Nothing really progresses in Harrods this big without Sophia getting involved. So I'm going to hand you over to her very capable hands. Thank you,
Amazing,
Sophia.
thank you so much. So I'm super happy that you're here, and I'm really happy to assist you with your purchase. So first of all, congratulations. I will take you upstairs where we can process your transaction.
Thank you. So we were taken up a million escalators to the top floor area called the penthouse. Unfortunately, we're not allowed to show past these doors, but we did see an A-list celeb and a very famous dress from the Oscars. This is one of those mysterious places which doesn't get talked about, but very few people really know what it's like. Inside these doors before us have been very important people, VIPs and celebrities, so that they can shop without the cameras. Now, no one really knows the criteria to get invited here, but rumours were you have to spend millions of pounds a year. Now, my car today is costing 1.2 million, which is a little clue, but even paying for this car is a very surreal,
yeah, it's the Pagani, it's the P1 still.
Jane was given some Louis Vuitton flowers and Senna a big bag of toys. And because of this clean car vertical report, I signed my life away and we paid. So if you want to do a check on your car, a friend's car, or a car you're looking to buy, you can use my discount code MARK to save yourself some money on that search. Link is in the description, and thank you Car Vertical for sponsoring this video. Now, let me show you what I have bought.
Right, so we've
You got the P1.
seen what Harrods has
Come
to
on
offer. Now, the biggest super brand in Harrods we're about to enter, which is Tom Hartley Cars. And
It is pretty amazing, isn't it?
well, yeah, it is. I'm very proud. This is a proud moment for me.
Yeah,
But I mean, it's gonna be such a moment. You're making history. This has never been done.
You've said that now, literally goosebumps have gone.
It's never been done. You're the first person to do this. The brand of the car are making history as the first car to be sold in Harrods. I'm making history as the first person to sell a car in Harrods, and you're making history for the first person to buy a car in Harrods.
It's amazing, man.
So, God, I hope Jane likes it.
And I do.
But breaking the barrier and purchasing a car for over £1 million that you've never done before
It's mad.
is, like, psychologically, did you find it was hard to let yourself do that?
I honestly thought I would never be in a position. It wasn't a dream because I didn't think I'd ever waste my energy doing that, which is bad, really. And like, I just never thought we'd be in this situation to do that. But it's mad, isn't it?
Here we are. Let's go.
Around the next corner is my first hypercar. My entire life I have loved cars. From my very first car at 17 to some of the amazing cars I am very fortunate enough to own today. Everyone has been a goal, and everyone's special in so many different ways. I started this YouTube channel 3 years ago to share my
He's only been doing this for 3 years,
guys, and this whole channel has grown to a following I could have never have dreamt of. I get recognized, asked for selfies. It blows my mind the kind messages I get, and that's literally hundreds a day. What colour do you want it to be, Senna?
Be pink.
Pink.
Rainbow.
Rainbow. I really hope you guys reach some of your car dreams in life, whether that's your first car, your dream car, or a car for the school run and back. No matter what it is, most of you watching this now are the same as me, a petrol head at heart, just trying to get through life with a big smile and leave some happiness behind. So thank you each and every one of you for watching these videos, and I am proud we're all here together to show you my very first ever hypercar.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah, it wasn't obvious enough, honestly. But he made a good decision.
I'm just lost for words at the minute, if I'm honest with you.
I love our new car.
Which is the best bit?
All of it.
They should have called this the Widowmaker.
Yes, it's the epic McLaren P1 hypercar. It's powered by a 3.8 litre twin-turbo V8 with some electric motors. Together, a ridiculous 903 horsepower, top speed of 217 miles per hour, and 0 to 60 in just 2.8 seconds. It's the rarest of the cars we looked at, with only 375 being made. It's one of the infamous Holy Trinity. But the bit which swayed me the most, it was by far the majority vote of you guys. You asked for it, and we got.
Are you proud of him, Jane?
I'm surprised he listened to his audience, because I'm gonna keep it a buck. If I'm ever in a situation and I have to make a decision, I'm gonna ask y'all what y'all want to make y'all feel involved. But I'm not guaranteeing I'm gonna go through what y'all's choosing. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Do you know what? Like, Mark's had some really cool cars over the time, but this is special, isn't it? This is just absolutely amazing. To be in here as well.
Jane is so right. To be in the centre of London in Harrods buying a hypercar is amazing. And what's going to be even more amazing when I take it for its first drive around the streets of London later on in this video. So make sure you stick around to see my very first drive in a hypercar. This is the people's favourite. More people voted for a P1 on our Instagram poll than a LaFerrari. How mad is that? It looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah. This gets more attention than any car that we've got on here. Obviously, the Pagani gets a lot of attention, the Miura gets a lot of attention, but then it's like, wow, it's a Pagani, wow, it's a Miura. And then they get to the P1, they go, you know, I've always loved the P1, they're a great car. And a lot of people know a lot of information about the P1. You overhear them talking, and they when it was on Top Gear and Clarkson said it was the best out of the three, and then, you know, Lando Norris has just got one, and stuff like that. Everybody knows a lot of information about it.
And you can buy a 50 grand McLaren, can't you? You can't buy a 50 grand Pagani.
Exactly.
So people are a part of the brand.
What a great time to invest in the brand.
What's happening now is the brand's it's becoming up there, isn't it? Really?
Yeah. No, people are starting to recognise it for what it is. And what it is an incredible brand that make incredible cars. And some of them are incredibly rare. And this is one of them.
Because low number 375?
375.
I've been doing my research.
Yeah.
Hypercar shopping was surprisingly
That is crazy.
difficult, but out of the cars we got to touch and feel, this one was the best overall buy for me. It's within budget. The servicing is bad but not ridiculous. The doors go up in a theatre of presence, and it's a McLaren, proper British engineering. This supercar brand is getting more and more popular, and like me, at its heart is racing. And right now, they are winning with great success. This is about the car, but we have to mention the price. £1.2 million, and in my opinion, a safe place to keep my money. I feel like...
Yeah, he's easily going to make that back. That means it's going to keep going up.
Senna is round to go. The last hurdle. How do we get this £1.2 million worth of car out of this luxury department store without damaging it?
Do you want to take it today? Because I have to get the doors taken off of Harrods and the metal detectors. And if
say yes.
Yeah, just to be awkward. Yes, I definitely want to avoid the deals off. Can we take it today? Serious?
Yeah, you can take it today. Yeah. I need an hour and a half of organising, and if you're okay, the store closes at 6 p.m. If you're okay to wait till after 6 p.m, I can get the doors off. I get the Miura out. Get the
that
P1.
One's got to come out first to get that out.
That's got to come out to get that out. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely then.
Now that's what you call service.
So whilst we waited for the
I paid £1 million for it.
Every inch of the
right?
car, literally. How ridiculous is that?
What are you doing? Oh, we'll hold hands.
Diggly, diggly.
How you doing? Can Senna get a whole body in it? No, that's a bad idea.
That's a really bad idea.
After a few hours of frantic phone calls, 6 p.m. had arrived. It's time to get my McLaren P1 out. So this was
I just realized that store closes mad early. 6 p.m. is crazy.
Detectors and then the doors. Once they were out, a big wooden ramp went in, which obviously was going to be tight. To get my car out, first we had to remove a 1970 £2 million Lamborghini Miura. This is a mad experience.
That's crazy. They
Absolutely
built that
crazy.
whole temporary platform just to move that car out of there.
Buying it out of Harrods is just... And there's a £2 million Miura in the way to get my car out. This could go so wrong. One wrong move could see this amazing rare classic through Tiffany & Co. and hundreds of thousands of pounds of jewellery sprayed all over the floor. This is a very tense job. But with that shed out the way... It's like one of the most famous cars in the world, bought from the most famous shop in the world, which is now closed. They've literally closed. Like Tiffany Co, all the... Oh, it's just mad. Absolutely amazing day. And what's really nice as well is this is a British car, a British built car, which is really nice for the channel to have something, you know, it's coming home. And another lovely tie-in is Harrods used to sponsor the McLaren F1 car at the 24-hour Le Mans race. This really is a very special moment.
Creating a bit of an audience here, aren't we? Look, this is stressful getting it out.
Yeah.
So I feel bad driving somebody else's car.
I'm not getting that out of here.
It's your turn.
I can't get that out of here.
I've seen you do backflips in an ATV. You can get this out of it.
No way. Oh, he's actually driving it out of there. Okay.
This was never going to be an easy task. We need to get a £1.2 million hypercar out of this tiny little town.
Oh, y'all see his watch? That's crazy.
To get a £1.2 million hypercar out of this tiny little gap in front of all these people. Let's hope I don't get the pedals mixed up.
I've just realised who's driving it. Hell, I don't think I want to watch this.
And if I get it wrong, it's definitely going to be a well-documented crash.
Is it a good soda car? Yeah. Okay, you can see it. There's a man. There's a man.
When I got it to the middle, the car was scooted around on these skates, and then the ramps. Just bear in mind, this carbon clamshell at the front here is worth £200,000. This is stressful. So here I am, reversing a crazily expensive hypercar down a wooden ramp next to big glass windows outside a very expensive jewellery shop. And don't I look like I'm enjoying it? And halfway down the ramps, the car was starting to shout at me. We got something going on in here. Car, it's making some weird noise.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
I am actually driving my new hypercar out of the front door of Harrods. Just need to miss all the metal pins which the doors were hinged from, and now the bit where every London car spotter was situated with their cameras rolling.
You need to back up and get out of there.
Yes, Mark, of course you can. Of course.
This was very stressful and scary, but luckily, car was a great support at my time in need.
Dave's eyesight isn't great either, by the way.
You're not helping.
Shut up. You asked me to stop my car. I don't care.
With Jane and Senna watching, and a few other people. Yeah, it's definitely getting on the internet, isn't it?
Yeah.
This might be leaked before you guys see it. I managed to drive this beautiful car at the most famous store in the world, Harrods.
How was that experience?
It didn't kill me. It just feels like, it feels so much more special than the Revelto. I don't know why, but the STO was like, felt like a feather, like lightweight, but this just feels like solid, but just a little bit dangerous.
Yeah, well, it's a little bit dangerous is an understatement.
What a journey this has been. And the crazy thing is, this is only the start. I want to say a massive thank you to you guys for watching this channel and making things like today possible. Today, we made history, and we're going to be up in the content even more now we've got a hypercar. Right, what a day. We're in London hypercar shopping on Mother's Day. So thank you, Jane, and sorry for taking up your day, but huge thanks to all you guys. This has been a dream come true today, and thank you to Carl. Absolute legend.
No,
what a day. Loss for words.
Hit Carl's clutch.
Like rabbit in the headlights, but what to say, but see you next Tuesday, 6 p.m.
Nah, that was fire.